Yeah. Hair flip. Yeah, I'm a badass bitch. I don't like it. Hair flip. Yeah. Oh my god. So you guys should be happy. Oh my goodness. Hair flip. But anyways, hair flip. Hair flipping on these hoes. Hi. Did y'all say something about me being late? What? Who late?
Hey.
Who late?
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
You better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
you better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
who y'all talking
before
to?
I get him, Lord.
Who y'all talking to? Who y'all talking to?
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy
I'm late.
Spirit,
What about it? My husband has 2 jobs. I don't have to be here.
Hey,
girl.
they say I ain't saved because I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They're always in my business because they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it.
So Holy Spirit activate. I'm late. What about it? What about it? What about
I ain't trying to
it?
smack this chick
In the face.
Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get him,
I
Lord.
could be late.
Before I get him, Lord. Hey, hey,
I'm
hey.
gonna do this one more time. Tell him, Alicia, girl. My goodness.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
You better do it,
I'm
Lord.
coming.
Holy Spirit,
You better get him,
Talk
Lord.
about these 4
Before I get him, Lord.
activate.
Hey,
Activate. Let's go.
Holy Spirit activate.
Oh, no.
I don't give a damn if I'm late. Like, what about it? What about it? What about it, girl?
hey, hey. They say I ain't saved because I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They're always in my business because they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. The Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
My goodness.
You better get him, Lord.
Thank you, Alicia, girl. Thank you, girl. My God, I love her. Okay, I'm here. What about it? I'm fixing my nose when I dig my nose gross. And my hands are clean. COVID. Hair flip. Okay, I'm here. I done hurried up. Y'all welcome. Arrogant news. So, and I know it's a lot of other stuff going on in these streets, and y'all want to hear what I think about it, with the celebrities, Kanye, or having tantrums, throwing tantrums for Kim, and or he with a white girl, and like I was telling y'all, I told you he was with a white girl. Like y'all was just like, no, Kanye's girlfriend's black. Okay, keep telling yourself that. But yay. So Cardi in court up there crying because trans Rena. Hey Cardi, Belcalis, hey girl. I'm not about to talk about none of that because everybody else is talking about it. Like, I mean, it's like 50 other channels discussing that. Go to one of the 50. You're welcome. So I don't follow these people case. I told y'all I was not as interested in the Cardi B and Tasha K case after I figured out that I wasn't gonna be on the stand. I was trying to be on the stand. Nah, trans Rena done put me in this lawsuit. See, I was in the lawsuits. My name was all up in the lawsuit. The SeanDavieWay show. It was in the lawsuits. Here, where everybody else running around here coming to, she ain't even talking about you hoes. Yeah, most of y'all. Yeah, y'all try. She is not, she didn't put you in the lawsuit, so you don't matter. You don't matter. I matter. Okay. Belcalis definitely know who I am because her lawyers sat there and read my name. They said, look now, she said to put name SeanDavieWay, who's this? So it's just like hair flip. So I was trying to testify for Cardi. I was trying to testify for my girl. So once I find out that I don't get to go against this whole trans Rena on the stand, girl, I lost all interest. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not interested in this shit. This ain't got nothing to do with me no more. Like this, why did this have nothing to do with me anymore? So since it didn't have anything else to do with me, I'm just like, okay, well, I ain't gotta cover this shit. So I haven't been covering it. We say little stuff, come over on stage head. I know Kodak Black, that bug, was over in that thing or laying eggs in that woman at that game. I saw that. He was mating. It's mating season. Because, you know, he got to go hibernate. So I saw that. And we're going to get into that. We is. But we got to get into Rena Kibi, Stormisha Alisay Mocha Shay Jenkins Beach, Vaughn Star, yay, Jeffree Star, baby daddy, Vaughn Star. We're going to get into you, girl. And we're going to get into a Chelsea big forehead having ass. Now, Chelsea, all of this is your fault, ho. So I'm tired of everybody blaming it on everybody but who the responsibility is due. Because I'm not here to drag Rena Kibi. Okay? She already stressed. Nah, the big forehead hoe is she going through enough with them crumbs. She permed them. It's a lot going on top of her head when she was sitting over there in that live yesterday. Okay? I'm Tasha Cat. Okay? I haven't been in hiding. It's your wine glass. I have not been in hiding. Okay? I'm in a fucking trial. Okay? My husband just fucking backstabbed me on the stand. Okay? I'm dealing with shit. Okay? All right? So, yay. And so Tasha is in the process of her life being ruined. So, she got enough going on with them perms and them crumbs, how they sit on top of her head and say stuff that shit was cute. I said, girl, ain't no comb, no brush. Ain't none of that shit over there. Tasha, Rena. I said, girl, you ain't got no bonnet? Girl, put a bonnet on. Girl, you just angry in front of this camera right now. Girl, who is more upset, you or your hair? Who is more mad right now? Girl. So, Rena, girl, I'm not really here to drag you this time, girl, because I want your employee. Absolutely. Chelsea, bring your big forehead ass. Come up here and put this on. This your punishment. You gotta wear this all day. Hurry up. Come put this on. Slow ho. I said, so yeah, Chelsea, girl, this is all about you. This is all about you, girl. You started all of this shit, girl. So Rena, stop trying to blame this on yourself, girl. Now, normally you is the messy bitch that be starting all of this stuff, girl. But it ain't your fault, girl. Rena, girl, this is one time. This ain't really your fault. Girl, you should be proud of your messy ass self, girl. Sued bitch. Girl, you should be happy. This is a celebrate. This is a celebrate. Because this is the first time that this is not your fault, girl. Hey, Mr. Wiggins. Hey, y'all. Hey, Mr. Wiggins. Hey, friend. Love you. Like, subscribe to my boy. Subscribe to my boy. So, Rena, girl, you should be happy. This is the first time this is not your fault. Chelsea, bring your big head ass up here, girl, and put this on. Because, girl, you tried it. Now, Chelsea done sit here and started all of this shit. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, while Rena was up there lying on the stand, girl, trying to plead the fifth and she can't, how you pleading the fifth to proof? Like they playing the video asks you the question, you say no. Or I plead the fifth, basically. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, hit your wine glass. I don't know what you're talking about. So she know what he's talking about. So then they played the video in front of her. They're like, girl, they just what the fuck you just said. So then I did. Yeah, girl, you're going down. So her life is in ruin. And with her life being in ruin, she Chelsea, her employee, yay, the big head hoe that will not mind her motherfucking business. Bust down Tatiana. Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, skank. So yeah, let's get on to this jail prison bae, Chelsea. Yay. So they was running amok while Rena was at court. So Rena went to court and she done lost all control. Now Tasha, Rena came forward and tried to explain it last night in the Dear Storm Monroe. And we about to review it. I took notes because I took this shit very seriously. So we about to get into that. Okay. But this all started because radio got this story from Chelsea big head ass. So she sat there with a forehead that start right here up and sat there and sent Wiley this email. baby hair start right here. So she done sent Wiley this radio. She done sent him this story, right? Of Vaughn Ray allegedly read Vaughn Ray Star. Yeah, she done sent radio a story, and he can't read good. He can't motherfucking read good. Because if he could read good, he would have knew that she was not talking about Stormisha. So radio go live slow, funky, with them hot topic glasses on, and can't read. Can read well, and because somebody have to keep reading him that shit, and then he gonna say that, yeah, because I wish I would review his show. Gross, it's funky. So he said that Chelsea was breaking up with Vaughn Ray Star, Gates, because he allegedly slept with Storm Monroe. Stormisha Alice Mokashay Jenkins. Stormisha has some angina. So that's the reason, allegedly, that Chelsea and all her fucking forehead, Chelsea and that flat screen on her face, was deciding to leave Vaughn Ray, y'all. And so radio came forward, can't read, none of that shit. And, he got the story mixed up because he said that the post that Chelsea had put which was about her basically saying, like, dudes just bring you around basically just to have you around when they want a man the whole time, fighting the urge to be with a man, okay? So radio pushed that post as her saying, because when nobody's sitting there watching Chelsea Instagram and shit, because we don't care about her big head ass. Girl, we don't care about you, girl. Girl, your relevance is just as far as your mama go. Girl, you keep forgetting that you don't matter. So, here, flip. So Chelsea sent him radio the story. Because Chelsea's a fake ass bitch, and so is radio. So radio decides to go forward with the story, but he mixed it up. Like I told y'all, Chelsea dropped this receipt on her Insta story, trying to make it seem as if Vaughn is gay, but radio took that as he's being gay with Storm Monroe. Okay, that him and Storm was an item, or that Storm was over there beating it up. Vaughn was over there giving Stormisha back shots. So with them 10.5 alleged inches. So the story got all messed up because that wasn't the truth. And radio been running around with this story. And then it was other YouTubers. I would say your name, but you like Tasha, fuck both y'all. So it's this other YouTuber that's going around. Yep, I said what I said. Her name started with an M. Girl, I don't like you, whatever. I don't care. If y'all like her, oh well, get blocked. Get blocked. I don't like her. I don't like her. And I don't have to. I don't like her. So she was going around with this story because Tasha gave her some tea too. Her and Tasha's friends, and that's fine. I like neither one of you hoes. When I run up on people, I run up on them as a crowd. So everybody that's standing there, all y'all can get beat up. I know if you can fight for your friend, because I'm gonna whoop your ass in the process as well. It's not an issue. So gays, they're friends, so gross. So get blocked. Bust down Blockiana, because I don't care. I don't like her. So gays, so she comes forward with these receipts basically proving Tasha's theory, which Tasha's, well, not necessarily theory. Tasha stated, which she did last night as well in the live, that Vaughn allegedly slept with Jeffree Star. That Vaughn is a prostitute, and he slept with Jeffree Star. Absolutely. So Tasha went live last night and not alluded. She said it, like Latoya broke up with him. Basically, she was through when he was just like, because he allegedly asked Latoya, because y'all know he was going with Latoya forever or whatever. Her name is Vaughn, his claim to wannabe fame. It's because of her. And Tasha alleges that Latoya told her that Vaughn requested while they're in a relationship that he wanted to go make some money by going to sleep with Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star about to pay me to come drop it off of his little boy drawers, his no booty drawers. So his Skeletor-shaped, vampiric-shaped drawers. So she was just like, gross. Like, it's really over. Like, it was over before, but it's really over now. So here, flip. So all of this stuff is transpiring while Tasha is away. Mama was gone. Mama was a rolling. So she wasn't here. She wasn't present to do damage control beach. She wasn't here to be able to call everybody and be like, ew, don't say that. And you don't do this. And you go stand over there. She wasn't there to do none of that. Okay. Everybody get off the line. Okay, hit your wine glass. when you dip. So she wasn't here to do damage control. So Tasha had to do it last night with her bald head ass through her at the hotel, because she up there fighting for her the little finances she got left. Girl, she's up there fighting for me because Cardi on the stand and doing a very good job. By the way, girl, go cry, Cardi, girl, cry, girl. So cry, girl. It was sad, girl. You didn't even want to give Offset no kuka. Girl, tell this judge that you was going through. So yay. So I took my notes, and I'ma cuss these hoes out as I deem fit. But yesterday there was colossal of people going live, right? So you have, Radio Funky live over there, gross. So he over there being weird. And so wasn't nobody over there. So he's over there being weird, and of course he had to call his PCA Transrena Kiwi. So they was a call in, who cares? Fuck that show. And then but I think either before or after, Transrena goes live, bitch. So Transrena goes live and does a Dear at Storm Monroe. Okay. Now, while all of this drama was going on with Chelsea and Vaughn and Storm, while Transrena has been fighting for her financial life with Cardi. Yes. Allegedly Tasha unfollowed Storm, and Storm unfollowed Tasha, and Tasha also unfollowed Vaughn. Okay. But Chelsea big head ass was still basically following everybody, with that, whatever, Tasha's cutting people off. And this whole five head Chelsea computer screen monitor head, Apple product, Apple with a bit off of head shaped ass, she decides to still follow everyone because she's a fake ass bitch. So she does just that, beats the fake ass bitch. So Tasha ended up following Storm back. Well, Storm ended up following Tasha back first, and then Tasha followed Storm back. Okay, after they stopped following each other. So we're all wondering, like, okay, well, what the fuck is going on? What is tea? Because clearly there's friction, and we're nosy, and we want to know all about it. So because fuck you guys. So now that y'all basically caught up, if you're not aware, this is a lot. It's messy, but we're gonna just stay messy and keep going. So Tasha says last night in Dear Storm, because Tasha went live and then Storm went live, and he didn't really say shit because it was Storm went live and then Tasha went live. My fault. Storm went live and he ain't say nothing. He's just always been a fake ass bitch, fake and beige, just over that beige deflecting. Over that beige deflecting. So he comes live the first time, he doesn't say anything. Like, really, he's just been the fake ass bitch that his mama taught him to be, right? Because at that point, Transrena hadn't really said anything, bitch. Like, Transrena hadn't really said much. So after Storm went live, Tasha, Transrena girl, she was like, I'm sick of this shit. And she goes live and she spilled the tea. So Tasha's the live to watch. But then Storm went live again at 3 o'clock in the morning. Where you gonna be on the internet defending myself? So Storm goes live at 3 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, bitch, on demon time. He go live, y'all, and he spilled the tea. So Transrena and Stormisha, like, I know y'all gonna stay cool because y'all some fake ass bitches, and that's just what fake hoes do. They flock together. So I know you guys gonna stay cool, but y'all clearly don't like each other right now. You clearly don't. So let's get into it. And so my first note, Chelsea reached out to Vaughn and when he was still with Latoya. Okay. So Tasha opens up the live, and her talking about how Vaughn pretty much came into Storm's life and all their lives, basically, like, at all, right? And so the tea is that Chelsea deals with the YouTubers because Tasha says she focuses on the bigger stories, which is the ones with the celebrities, things like that, the D-listers, because let's keep it real. It's not like she has anybody worth watching on her show, but whatever. So, girl, she too busy interviewing one night stands and shit. Nene little jump off. It's girl, boring, but whatever. So, yes. So Chelsea handles the, YouTubers, and whatnot that Tasha deals with. So, so Latoya Forever and, the Ali person, shout out to him and Latoya. And Vaughn is one of the people that Tasha ended up interviewing. She interviewed a couple people in the Latoya Forever situation, but Vaughn was one of them. But I'm assuming the first interview was from prison because, like, he went to jail. Gross. But anyways, so Tasha is trying to make it seem like the reason that Vaughn is in everybody's lives and fucking everything up right now is because of, her. Tasha's like, I'm the reason all of this stuff is happening. No, you're not. The person that all the Latoya, girl, we're gonna go back to you. Chelsea is the reason all of this shit is happening. Let's just keep it real. Chelsea is the common denominator. And all of this situation, you really can't say Vaughn in this story without saying Chelsea, because she's just as involved with her big head ass. So all of this stuff is going on because Chelsea is the thirsty ass bitch. Chelsea couldn't keep it in her pants. Chelsea with her big forehead ass want to think with her vagina instead of think with her brain. Girl, bye. All of this happening because Chelsea big head ass. Trans arena. Like, all of this happening because of her. Like, this is not happening because of you. You're not dealing with Vaughn. You're not sleeping with Vaughn. None of that stuff. All of this is happening because Chelsea was thinking with her clitoris. Because she's sitting over there thinking with her fallopian tubes instead of thinking like a businesswoman. Girl, Tasha, your employees this messy, girl? I thought she was supposed to be being professional. Her being wrapped up in all of this makes her very messy. A thirsty, basic bitch that feel out of position to be behind the camera when the hoe want to be in front of it. So just be in front of it, Chelsea, girl. You're stirring up a lot of shit for your big head ass not to be running around on a campaign defending your fucking self. Because you're not innocent. And that's what Tasha wants to make it seem like within the situation, is that you are, and you're not. Girl, you're just as guilty as Vaughn. You're the basic bitch that let him run over you like this. He went over there beating on you. None of that. You're just a dumb blockhead ass bitch, a Lego head shaped ass hoe with flat titties. Yay, yay, yay. That got played. You're bad. You're bad, Chelsea. That ain't got nothing to do with Tasha. That ain't got nothing to do with Storm. That has everything to do with you and your poor decision making with your 25-year-old ass. You still too old not to know better. Bitch, you start fucking with him while he was in prison. What bigger sign do you need that you shouldn't be dealing with somebody that's in jail? Weird. Like, he in jail. This is where y'all started courting one another, according to Tasha. That's when shit got serious. It didn't get romantic until he was in prison. When y'all started talking from jail. And then he started giving you that jail talk. You're the bum bitch. You're the bird in this situation. Chelsea. Girl, it's you. You're the problem. You should have been fired. Girl, you're the problem. He was in jail for allegedly stalking. Let's get into that. So, Chelsea and Tasha knew Vaughn slept with Jeffree Star. Now let's get into that. So, Tasha says she pretty much had already knew, and they knew because that was one of their interview questions with Vaughn when they did the interview with him, and he was in jail when that happened for stalking allegedly his ex-girlfriend, who's a trainer. Which radio came live with that tea. Where did he get that tea from? Chelsea. Chelsea sent radio that story. Absolutely, because she's a basic bitch. Tasha, why isn't she the problem? I really don't understand. It's not like Storm sent that information to radio. Because this is where this all came from. Like, girl, gross. That was Chelsea, big four-headed, messy ass that sent that information to radio. Shouldn't that be a problem? Or why is that fine? No. But you want to point the finger at Storm? No, point it to Chelsea. Because if she wouldn't have started all of this shit wouldn't be happening. But it is what it is. So they knew that. I mean, Chelsea, Rockhead, he was in jail when you started talking to him. One of the interview questions was if he slept with a vampiric Caucasian male. 2 red flags right there not to date him. Just all in your face. But you still went for the okie doke. You're the goofy. Yeah, you're the goofy. You're the idiot in this equation. You're stupid. You're stupid. Stupid. You're the goofy in this situation. And Tasha don't want to face it. That's the problem. Because you're an employee. So Tasha don't want to face it, but you're the actual issue. It's not Vaughn. It's you. The fuck? You're the common denominator in all this dumbass shit. So, anyways. So Tasha invited Vaughn over to her home. Okay, so when Vaughn got out of jail, while he was in jail, he was talking to Chelsea big head ass, this big head hoe. And while he was talking to her, she fell for the jailhouse rhetoric. Girl, she fell for the Cage Songbird song, girl. When I get out, I'm going to change my life, Ma. It's just going to be me and you, baby. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure you have everything you have. I'm trying to start a family. I know I got 2 kids already, and I'm going to take care of them. But I want to have some more. And I feel like it should be with you because you're going to be my queen. And she's sitting up there. Okay, daddy. Forehead on top of her nose. Okay, daddy. So you fell for the okie doke. Girl, you fell for the okie doke with your loose coochie ass. Like, girl, you wanted them 10.5 inches up in you, and you got it. Congratulations. Consolation prize, embarrassment. Girl, consolation prize, embarrassment. And an open hole. Because not everybody's 10.5 inches, girl. Yeah, not everybody packing that. You the one sitting there throwing a hot dog down a hallway. Type of situation, girl. You did that. Open your mouth. So, yes, her flip. So, she was sitting over there very open. And, because when Vaughn got out, Chelsea went and picked him up. She kept his affairs in order. All of the very basic, bitch. Very basic. Very basic. She was sitting there taking care of Vaughn while Vaughn was in jail. She's the dummy. Like, Chelsea, you're dumb. Like, duh. Like, girl, you're the idiot that was thirsty and forced Vaughn into your life. So cut it out. Girl, he couldn't have been more confined. He was in jail. There was no reason for you to keep communication with him after Tasha got that interview. But your unprofessional ass chose to still chase after that motherfucking vehicle. Because you wanted to give him some puss. Or because you wanted to give Vaughn some puss. Oh, no, we haven't got to him yet, girl. Chill. And sit back, Sharon. We have not gotten to Vaughn yet. We're going to get there. But remember, all of this started because of Chelsea. Vaughn is not working for Tasha. Vaughn does not have to be professional. He doesn't have to do that. She fucking the guest. Not Tasha. Tasha's not doing that. I'm putting it on Chelsea because Chelsea keep getting overlooked. Everybody want to feel sorry for her. Like Tasha was trying to do last night. No, that's some bullshit. She's 25 fucking years old, about to be 26. She ain't getting no younger. When the fuck is she gonna grow up? And then if so, you're not raising her, Tasha. That's why I call that hoe your mama. Because she act like she's doing more raising than teaching. It's the difference between teaching somebody something and raising them. Y'all are adult children. Vaughn, Storm, and Chelsea. Kids. Children. It's how y'all act. Weird. Here, flip. So, no, we haven't gotten. Step back. Hit that cash app. Do something to make me feel better. Moving right along. So, when he got out, which once again, he ain't had nowhere to go. Homeless. He got churned and shit. Just a broke ass, nothing ass, funky ass nigga. And 3 months ago closed, because that's what he put on what he got an opt in. That's 3 months old. He was funky. So he get opt, and here comes Chelsea to save the day. Yay. And then took him to Tasha's house for Thanksgiving. Because that's the only reason that Vaughn got invited to Thanksgiving was because of who? Chelsea. What I'm blaming Vaughn for? Vaughn didn't pop up at Tasha's house on Thanksgiving. Over there recording her motherfucking family. All of that. Who invited Vaughn? How did Vaughn get the invite? Chelsea. We need to stop overlooking that. Everything, all just Vaughn, just this Vaughn. Yeah, he is all of that shit. He's pathetic. Pathetic. That's how they got him out here looking very pathetic. Oh, absolutely. Pathetic. A broke, wannabe womanizer male prostitute. Big dot. Big dot. He's pathetic. We get that. That ain't nothing. Ain't nobody. I wish the fuck I would defend him. Defend what? I ain't never been a prisoner to jail, nothing like. I know that life. I always been free. I don't know what that's like. Or I don't always have to stand on my own and take care of my motherfucking churn. So I'm not about to feel sorry for his beige ass. Fuck him. Everything he doing is for him. How these other people, these naysayers, talk about your kids more than you. I find that weird. You'll talk about how to procreate all day, but won't talk about what you procreated. Talking about making videos, I can't get my kids for Christmas. I wouldn't let you either, felon. Do you even have anywhere to live? Where you live at? Where my kids going to? You staying with Storm, then staying with Chelsea. Hell no. I'm not about to send my children just out there. And you come over here, motherfucker, if you want to see them that bad. They come out there on the porch and say hi. Girl, this is Chelsea's fault. Whenever you get through, Transarena, this is Chelsea's fault. Here, flip. So, what's next? So that's how he got to Thanksgiving, because Chelsea. She got Tasha, obviously, because Tasha thinks very highly of Chelsea. That's why I say, like, I don't really like this Chelsea person, because she definitely, if anybody's taking Tasha's kindness for weakness, it's Chelsea. That's how I feel. Chelsea walking all over Tasha. And I think that she likes her so much that she's such in defense of her that she's overlooking a lot of things. Because Chelsea's probably been good to her. It is what it is. I don't know their relationship, but it does seem as if Tasha cares a lot about this girl. She absolutely does. Because for her to go against Storm and throw Storm underneath the bus and shit, girl, hair flip. And that's another thing I feel like Tasha's not looking at. She's looking at the simple fact of Storm putting Vaughn before her in certain situations. But Tasha, you keep putting Chelsea in front of Storm. Storm's an employee too. He's an employee too, girl. That's not fair, girl. All because she employee of the month this month. Now you just let her run a motherfucking mouth. Storm is an employee too. Okay? Now the bylaws of the Kibi Studios pertain to Storm as well. Girl, Tasha, you tried it. I said, Tasha, Storm's an employee too. Like, this isn't fair. Like, this isn't fair, Transita girl. Like, he's a fucking employee as well. Nah. Now, y'all tried it. Because Storm and Chelsea got the same contract. Y'all tried it. So, Storm is an employee too. So, that's not fair. So, Tasha said that when Vaughn originally came over there in a white Range Rover, which who cares? It wasn't his. It was actually Latoya's name, and she repossessed it from him. Go figure. Here, flip, move right along from that. Tasha said that Vaughn has 3 restraining orders about to be on him because Chelsea has filed a restraining order. There's another woman that filed a restraining order, and the ex-girlfriend already has one. So there are 3 restraining orders that are about to be on Vaughn because he a pussy asshole. Yes. So Chelsea she put a restraining order on Storm. She absolutely did. I mean, not Storm, Vaughn. So Chelsea is pursuing a restraining order against Vaughn because she's afraid for her life. Them flat ass titties. So Vaughn was arrested, like I told y'all, when Chelsea started dating him, which I found really weird because it's just like, well, if that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. So now that Vaughn and Chelsea have ruined the brand at the moment, Tasha added some new laws at Kibi Studios that the employees are not allowed to fraternize. I think Chelsea's going to find that really hard. She's used to fucking the guest. So That's her gift basket. You know, normal people get baskets with wine and shit. Chelsea gives you coochie. So, yes. So, yeah, some people give gift baskets, some people give coochie. I mean, it is what it is. So, it seems like Kelsey's gift basket is a bed full of her. Absolutely, even if it's on an air mattress. So, hair flip. So Chelsea picked Vaughn up, y'all, from jail, and Tasha was calling Vaughn on top of homeless bitches, you know, and all of this stuff. And Tasha says that, you know, Vaughn recorded her family and friends on Thanksgiving without her consent, you know, and anybody's consent. And, you know, reached out to her like, can I post this? And she's like, hell no. Like, why would you record my family and shit anyway? But once again, Tasha, how was he able to be at your house recording your family on Thanksgiving? Who was he a guest of? Chelsea. So we need to stop acting like she's not the common denominator. She fucking is. Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to be there recording your family if you weren't doing a friend a solid, which Chelsea's not supposed to be a friend. Remember, you're supposed to be the boss. Yeah, she's very much so your employee. So why you want to be so friendly with your employee, I'll never get it. Maybe because you just don't really have any friends, because that's when you befriend anybody that comes around you because you don't have many. So yeah, girl, that's weird. I found that to be extremely weird. That you two are so close. I'm like, girl, isn't this your employee? Like, why y'all so cool? Like, this is weird. But once again, Vaughn did overstep by recording Tasha's family. I think that's effed up. He should have never did that. That's inappropriate. Why are you recording her family, especially for kids are present? I'm sure they were. So that's gross. Like, why would you do that? Like, ew. Now I see you recording like you with her little moments and stuff like that, but to literally be sitting there recording her kid and family, you know, and shit like that, gross. So yeah, I just found that weird. So what else happened? Okay, so he was fresh from prison around Tasha's kids. Tasha, why was it okay that you invited a local recent release from jail to your house? Girl, it didn't have to be all of that. It didn't have to be all of that. I like you a little bit, Tussler, but girl, you are messy. Girl, you need to go sit down. Girl, you need to go sit down. You doing a lot. Be more strategic. I mean, that's all. That's gonna be my advice. Girl, you're all over the place. You're about to become public enemy number one. Like, I'm just saying, please go have a seat. Please go have a seat. I don't know why you want to be involved in this so much, but I mean, you go right ahead, girl. I mean, no tea, no shade, but I'm just saying you're very messy. Like, you're very messy. Like, I mean, girl, I'm gonna just keep it real with you because I know fake ass bitch. I'm not scared of you or nobody you can go and get. I'm very messy, but I can stand on my shit. I don't know if you can. So we will definitely see. We will definitely see. Absolutely. I'm very messy and I stand on my shit. And a hoe checked me yet. Ain't nobody got my channel deleted. Ain't nobody got me taken off, struck down. None of that. Keep it cute. Keep it cute. That's all I'm saying. Nobody took me down, girl. Nobody took me down, girl. I'm a very bad bitch, messy and all. I'm gonna cuss all of these whores out, baby. I'm gonna continue to do it standing on my own, not running around clout chasing it the wrong way when clout chasing goes wrong. That's all I'm saying. Just you're doing a lot. It's that simple. You can take it a shade. You'll never check me. Moving right along. So because your name comes up again, I'm like, oh, why are we still talking about her? Like, hasn't she had her little moment? You become relevant, not because who you involving yourself with. It's all I'm saying. I'm a very badass bitch alone, no mentor. No hopping from channel to channel to channel to channel to channel. I didn't have to do none of that. Before I was rudely interrupted. Yes. So Tasha said Storm is the reason Storm is the reason, she is the reason, my fault, that Storm is in this. Now I would have to agree and disagree. Now I get the fact, you know, that Storm, that because Tasha is the reason Vaughn moved in with Storm at all. But the thing that Tasha left out is that Chelsea was living with Vaughn too. I mean, with Storm and Vaughn as well. So here's the thing, Trans Rena, girl. Here's the thing. You didn't say nothing about Chelsea living with Storm. You didn't say that. You said that Vaughn did. That Vaughn lived with Storm by your request. By your request, girl. Shout out to the 1K in the building that came here for me. Yeah, ain't none of these people here. It don't matter who in the title. Tasha's not here. Storm's not here. Vaughn's not here. They're not going to be featured. They're not about to pop up at any. Yeah. Shout out to the over 1K that's in the building for the SeanDavieWay. Because these hoes be getting that confused. Oh, they're only there because you have my name in your title, but girl, you're not there. That means they don't like you, girl. Like that. You're weird, but okay. They're weird. You know, so it's just like they're here to see me talk about you, girl. They're still here for me, girl. So I'm here, flip. So I'm moving right along. So yay. And so Tasha asked Storm, she called Storm, it's like, look, Vaughn ain't got nowhere to go. He's a broke beige little bitch that's fucking my employee. So since he's very beige and bland and just whatever, she want to keep him close. Why? I don't know. Besides sleeping with him, because I mean he has nothing to offer, you know, within this moment besides Diog. Chelsea, keep it real. What did Vaughn have to offer you fresh out of jail with nowhere to go? Tasha says that you date businessmen. You sure? You sure? I'm confused. Shout out to Pink Unicorn for the super sticker. Thank you, sweetie. Love you. I'm confused. I thought, because Tasha, you said Chelsea dates businessmen and men's with business is. Oh, she did? So, this nigga fresh out of jail, got 2 kids, has no job, credit on nope, no car, not even enough money for a hotel fare. Damn sure ain't got no money for B&B fare. But she want him. For what? Chelsea, what did he have to offer you besides peen? Like, this isn't a businessman. Girl, he just came from, it was a commissary where he just came from, girl. That ain't no real bank. I'm like, yeah. So we all know why Chelsea wanted Vaughn close. We all know. Tasha, let me find out. Shit, the matchmaker. When you start matchmaking, girl. When that happened? So, yeah, hey now. When did that happen, girl? So, yeah, here, flip. So, I just found that weird. That I'm like, well, he didn't have nothing to offer besides a dick. So, I mean, but whatever. So Tasha asked Storm if Vaughn could stay there. Storm says, of course, I do anything you say, Transrena. So Storm was willing to let somebody fresh out of jail with no money, with no job, credit on nope, just come and just stay with him. Vaughn didn't pay any rent. That's what Storm said. Tasha never said that Chelsea lived there, which she did. Storm said that big head hoe was living at his house fucking a dog shit out of Vaughn. Storm said all they did was buy food and clothes. I mean, food and stuff. That's it. They didn't pay any rent. He said that they were very clean. But they didn't pay a drop of rent. All they did was fuck and argue. I bet the neighbors know Storm name. Psych. Vaughn name. I bet you the neighbors think a motherfucker named Vaughn live over there. Stormisha. I bet the neighbors know Vaughn motherfucker named Beach. Now, I don't think the neighbors know your name, Stormisha girl. I don't know about that. But I think they know Vaughn's. And I'm sure you do too. So here flip. So Storm was letting her live over there with Vaughn. Chelsea, big head ass, big head hoe. He was letting her stay over there. Yes. He was letting both of them live at his house rent free. So they treated his house like the hotel motel. They were just over there fucking the dog shit out of each other in that man's house. And he allowed it because he's weird. Because he's weird. And then Tasha said that the reason she requested Storm to do it is because Storm was barely there. Okay, well, clearly he was at home. Clearly he was at home. If he know all the shit that he know, oh girl, he was there. Yeah, he was big there. So yeah, girl, you tried it. So Tasha says Storm, okay, is the reason, but you know, he's not. I feel like it's Chelsea, but move right along. Tasha doxed Storm and said that Storm lives in Buckhead. Tasha, that was messed up. It absolutely was. Girl, that was messed up. You did not have to dox him. Like, I get that you were upset, but it definitely seemed like you definitely have a problem with Storm. I mean, y'all can try to sit there and be fake and try to make it seem like, oh, we're fine. Clearly you're not. You wouldn't have did that live last night if you guys were fine. But yes, Tasha, girl, you doxed him. You definitely doxed Storm. None of us knew. I mean, even if people did know that he was moving, they didn't know he was moving to Buckhead. Like, they didn't know that. So, I mean, you may not have put like his literal address out there, but that's enough for if somebody's trying to hurt him or look for him, they know where to start looking, you know, based off of your information. And yeah, that was pretty messed up. That you doxed that man. I don't feel like there was a reason for that. I mean, I thought you guys were fine. If you're fine, why are you doxing him? Like, because I mean, you literally are. It's nobody's business where Storm lives, moves to, like, none of that. That's none of our business. It really isn't. So she definitely doxed him, which Storm did not like. Storm, when he went live after Tasha, you could say he was pissed off about that. He even brought it up. That, like you said, he's not cool with the dox. You could definitely tell he was upset with Trans Rena Kibi for doxing him, because she definitely did. And I don't see why, but she definitely did that. I would not have done that, but it is what it is. So and she says Storm lived around the corner from her, and Tasha basically told Storm to move. So Storm lived right around the corner from Tasha. This house, like I said, very convenient for Chelsea, you know, to go back and forth. You know, one moment at Tasha's house over there helping her lie, and then leave her house to go over there and sleep with 10-inch OnlyFans. Or Vaughn Race Star. It gives her, he right around the corner, the in-house dig beach. In-house dig beach. So it's just, all I see is Chelsea taking advantage of Tasha. You know, hey, Tasha, you should ask Storm if Vaughn could live with him. And Tasha obviously agreed because she likes Chelsea. So she did a friend of solid, which she's supposed to be your employee. I don't know too many bosses that's putting their, that's having their friends and shit house their employees' boyfriends and shit. Like, or not even necessarily boyfriends, somebody they just talking to. That could get to that point, like, that's weird. And then, but you know, for Tasha to try to make it seem like everything is so professional, girl, it can't be. Why are you looking for this nigga somewhere to live? That is your responsibility. And it's not Storm's responsibility to house him. If Chelsea got so much money, like you trying to make it seem like she does, Trans Arena. She got a house, she got an apartment in California, New York. That's $2,000, and she got a place down here. That's $2,000. She wasn't paying $2,000 living with Storm. Where's she paying $2,000? She probably paying that now, but she wasn't paying it then because remember she was staying with Storm. Tasha, she didn't move out to December. Like, so where's this $2,000 she was paying that girl? You're lying. Girl, you're lying. Like, Big Dot, that hoe had a place in New York, what she still has, and she was sitting out there struggling, looking for another place to stay. Whenever the fuck you get through. You tried it. I'm like, yeah, girl, no. Like, clearly she's not balling like you're saying she's balling. Because if so, she should have had a crib before she even came down there. Most people have a crib. They had this shit being moved in, flew down or driven down. All of that shit already. They have a place before they even come down. But she's so this and she's so that. No, the fuck she's not. Clearly she isn't. Because let's not act like you didn't say out of your own mouth, Tasha, that she was over there sleeping on an air mattress. That Vaughn said that he fucked Chelsea on an air mattress. Oh, that's what bosses do? That's what bosses do? Girl, I would have ran to IKEA and bought a bed real motherfucking quick. Girl, please. I don't need to sleep on no damn air mattress if I got it like that. You ain't gonna catch Beyonce and nobody else on no motherfucking air mattress. So stop trying to give her more money than she has. I don't give a damn. I got money like that. I'm gonna buy a bed till my other bed get here. The fuck? She'll put the other bed in storage. I put it up with I like this bed for right now. But she got so much money. She saw this and she saw that. Girl, please. Girl, you don't pay that much. Clearly you don't. So, yes, clearly you don't pay that much. Because Vaughn and you, Tasha, you said out your own mouth that Vaughn smashed her on that air mattress. But she got so much money. You sure? Girl, bye. Let me find out some chicks you over there writing to that girl bouncing. But you got so much money. Okay, girl. Alrighty then. Okay. I'm like, that don't make sense, but okay, I'm listening. Because that she balling out of control, but she fucking on air mattresses. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm not sleeping with nobody on a motherfucking air mattress. I'd rather go to a hotel for the night. I'll pay this little $53. If I'm $73, $78, price line it real quick. But I'm not about to be fucking on air mattresses and shit, and I got so much money. Grass. I understand why radio over there on air mattresses and shit. He ain't got no toilet paper. Can't afford that. Like whenever you get through him, he's too busy buying dick on grind and jacked and catfishing. But I'm not sleeping with nobody in it because that's just giving them something to go talk about. Oh, I bust you down on an air mattress. Gross. No, you didn't. So, yeah, Chelsea girl, if you don't have so much class. Okay, girl. Hair flip. You can take the bitch out the hood. But, so Tasha told Storm to move because Storm said that he moved over there by Tasha because he thought they was going to work together. Shade. Storm shaded Tasha by saying that he moved into her neighborhood, girl, because he thought that they were going to work together more. So that's him saying that, I moved over here for no reason because we don't work together. Right? Because that's what he said. He said he moved in her neighborhood, damn near right across the street, block over, because he thought he was about to be over there every day in front of that camera. Beige. Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. He thought he was about to T.S. Madison the situation, like how him and Tasha did a collective interview with T.S. Madison. He thought he was about to be doing that with all the people she talked to, or the majority, and that didn't happen. So he like, I'm sitting up here paying $2,100 a month to be by you, so that we could work together, and you're not even working with me. So like when radio was over there saying that Transrena wasn't doing nothing for him, he was strumming Storm pain with his fingers. Gone, girl. So let me find out that Storm agreed with radio. So what happened next? Tasha asked Storm. Well, Tasha told Storm that he need to move. Tasha was sick of Storm living by her. She told Storm to move. So Tasha told Storm to move, and he did just that. Tasha was like, why don't you go ahead and move to the cities? You ain't got no churn. You ain't got no family. Why you out here by me? Leave. You got that head. I gave you this bread. Now leave. Now leave. Now leave. Now leave. So, hair flip. So, Tasha's just like, yeah, gross. Why keep bumping in? I'm tired of bumping into you. Why are we going to get the mail at the same time? Or now you getting your packages delivered inside of your garage like I do. Nah. You got the little doorstep mats and shit like us, and all the look. You keep copying off of me. When is you leaving? You cut your grass every week, like all of this shit. Let it grow, like we do over here. Let it grow a little bit. Now, shit, you're fucking up the neighborhood. Nah. You made that look. She said, you basically stay in my backyard. You went from my basement to my backyard. Leave. Nah. So Transrena was sick of him. So Transrena said, you gotta leave. Leave my neighborhood. So he listened. He absolutely did. She live in 226. He live in 231. Bitch, right around the corner. So, yeah, so she was tired of that. She's like, oh, Lord, here. Oh, he just keep popping up over here. I don't want to work with him. Like, Teddy, Shaq, go down there and tell him I'm not here. Go. He was just over here yesterday. I don't want to work with him. I don't want to work with him. So yeah, they tired of that. She sent her son downstairs to answer the door. Go tell him mommy isn't here. Go tell him mommy isn't here. Go tell him mommy isn't here. So he waddling down the stairs to go tell Storm that look, my mom not fucking here. What? Shit. You just coming in here for inspiration. Because now you got the same couch as us. Shit, you got the same bedroom as our guest room as your guest room. You using all the same shit. You even had no chandelier, now you got one. Shit, what the fuck you doing with a van? Nah. So Tasha was sick of him, y'all. So Transmitter said, look, leave, nigga. So, yeah. So Tasha asked Storm to move Vaughn in, and he did because that's what gay people do. Gay people just move in, finance me. So Storm was just like, fine, why not? I mean, young man, there's a place you can go. So yeah. So Stormisha, Tasha asked, okay. So Storm had allegedly moved already, y'all. He didn't because he was still there, bitch. So Tasha, you were lying. Why you always lying? Girl, why? Girl, you lied to us. Oh, I'm so tired of her lying to us. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's lying to us. So she was trying to make it look like Vaughn was over there by his slutty self. And that man whore was not. Okay? That prostitute was over there with Chelsea and Stormisha Alexander Mokashay Jenkins Beach. So that was the furthest thing from the truth. Tasha, you lied again. So yes, he know, young man, there's a place you can go. Girl, he already know. Girl, the house over there, gay as hoe. Gay as hoe. Gay as hoe. Gay as hoe. It is what it is. So, yay. So, Storm stayed over there gay. And he let the boy come over there. He let the beige boy come. So he let the beige boy come over there. Big dot. And what happened? So, Storm, I'm still stuck on the fact that you let a prisoner stay with you. I have more notes. Never fair. I'm just like, ooh, why you let this fella move in with you, Stormisha, girl? So, Vaughn had no car or place. Begged Tasha and Chelsea to monetize him. So Tasha said that that the little Vaughn boy, the little beige of Vaughn Star, the one who fucked Jeffree, yeah, she said that he called over there begging for them, like, monetize me. Like it just works like that. Give me ads. Like it just works like that. So they're very, yeah. So that's why he started doing YouTube, bitch. Because Tasha was like, look, you need to make some money because look, gross. Like you're over here, beating Chelsea down with the ding ding. You're over here giving her that good pain. And that's the only thing that has came from this situation is that she is no longer sexually frustrated. Now the woman is sexually exhausted because you're sitting over there putting that hose that you be putting in other men's inside of her. And that's been the only thing that come from the situation is that she has climaxed. That was his contribution. Chelsea, tell me I'm lying. The only thing Vaughn contributed to it was a motherfucking orgasm allegedly. Girl, bye. Girl, you was over there paying for the food, the Uber Eats, all that shit, girl. The groceries, all that shit. Girl, he eat like a rabbit. So, girl, you tried it. Girl, you was sitting over there with those deflated boobs, and yes, he said your titties are flat. He said, like, is the word flat? He said that your boobs are flat. So, he said for you to be 25, them titties are going on 64. So, gays, he said your titties are gross. Ooh, how does that make you feel, girl? How does that make you feel, girl? So, nah. So, yeah. So, Chelsea's broke ass allegedly had an apartment in or ATL in New York too. Yes, she fucked Vaughn on an air mattress. Ooh, I wrote that. Gone, Shine. So, yeah, but she fucking niggas on air mattresses. But got multiple cribs. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. I would rather fuck on the floor than an air mattress. Like, girl, what's this giving? So, Tasha said Vaughn started talking shit about Chelsea once he got close to Storm. Okay, so Tasha said, Transrender, you said this. Ho, ho, ho. You said that Storm is the reason, basically, and I'm not gonna say the reason. You said that that Vaughn was not disrespectful towards Chelsea until Storm came around. That's what you said. So Stormisha, I feel like the reason he started getting mean is because you're a jealous beige little bitch. Because you wanted him. So you was putting a little shit in his brain about Chelsea. Yes, you were. Yes, the of you were. Because that's not a coincidence. He moving over there, then all of a sudden he calling that girl gross and saying that her titties is flat and saying that she need a BBL, saying she's shapewear, saying she's shaped like a cardboard box, and all of a sudden she's shaped like a gift box and a PlayStation box, an Xbox console beach, and beach. Then now that because she's shaped like a Sega Dreamcast, all of a sudden she's shaped like a Nintendo 64. Like you didn't realize that she was shaped like all that shit. So Dave, so Storm, were you jealous, girl? Hurry up. Because Tasha said he was a nice little beige until he got around your stuck up beige wannabe white ass. Mm-hmm. That's what your mama said. That's what your mama said. Your mama said that he was not like that to that girl. No, he was not. Ho, ho, ho. So, yes, I feel like you're jealous. So, Chelsea found info on Vaughn's phone. Now, let's get into this. This is the gay shit. Ooh, let's get into the gay shit. Vaughn Ray, I try to tell your punk ass, your pathetic ass, that every time your name come up, here comes some gay shit. So, Chelsea was looking through Vaughn's phone. And allegedly, while she was looking through his phone, she saw a text, a strand of text or whatever you call it, and in this text stream, whatever the shit is, gave that it was messages. It was like a group, and it was Vaughn, Mr. 2 Weeks the trainer, that he's on IG. He's married, hetero marriage, and Jeffree Star was all having this conversation of 2 weeks, Mr. 2 Weeks going down to meet up with Jeffree Star, and his cover story being that he was going to be hanging with Vaughn. So basically that, I'm going to be with him, type of situation, my friend, type of situation to his wife. And Vaughn was okaying that he was going to be the scapegoat. I will keep in contact, with, I'll tell your wife that you down here with me instead of you going to meet up with Jeffree. So what Vaughn was doing is being a prostitute. It's being a prostitute. And what he's doing is helping Jeffree smash niggas. Mm-hmm. I mean, he pimp, if you will. Now, Jeffree Star is known for his orgies, especially when he was dating his last boyfriend, because Shane more so likes women. He's like more into women than he is men. So that's, I feel like, where the orgy started, because it's like the women will get Shane, get him going, and then Shane will like finish with Jeffree, type of situation. Because Jeffree's gross. So gays. So, that's what, they brought women, into the bedroom and other men, and stuff like that. Because sometimes Shane will finish with the women, he'd just be, because that kuka would just be too good. He's just like, fucking, I'm about to nut you, fuck him, I'm gonna keep on fucking you. So gays. So then Jeffree be sitting there like, oh, Nate, not Shane. My fault. Okay, Jiggly. Nate. Girl, y'all know all y'all white names is alike. Y'all do that as blacks. So y'all say all of us look alike. Well, all of y'all names look alike, girl. So Nate, Shane, whatever his name is, him. They would be doing of the threesomes. They would be doing of the threesomes and other stuff, little orgies, all this type of shit, right? But now that he's single, he's been doing a lot of male orgies, just like all men, and whatnot. So y'all know that pro ball player from overseas, that old story about, him hooking up with him and taking him from a whole female. You know, that dude was in a relationship with a female. The Andre guy, he was in a relationship with a female, his kid's mother, when that transpired. So, you know, Jeffree don't discriminate. Like, he don't care if you're in a relationship. He don't care if you're married. He don't care about any of that. If he wants you and you agree, then he's going to pay you and have you, you know, type of situation. So Vaughn is a prostitute, and he was trying to get, you know, Mr. 2 Weeks down there so he could lay that pipe. You know how Dusty took those trainers inside of that bathhouse beats, and, you know, grill. So that's what's going on. That's what Chelsea found. Chelsea found, allegedly, that Vaughn was trying to get Mr. 2 Weeks himself down there to Jeffree so they could have this big orgy, you know, that, you know, Jeffree does. You know, it is what it is. I mean, he fucking do an orgy. What about it? Who is this? Hold on, y'all. I have to see who this is. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm like, who is this? It's my whole mom. I'm like, who is this?
You doing your show thing?
Yes, mom, I'm live. I have to go. The people are here.
Okay, well, call me back.
Okay, bye, mommy. Bye, mommy. I love you.
Bye, I love you.
Okay, bye. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I was like, who was this? Oh, because she called me from another number. She was like, who is this? I'm your mom. I'm like, oh, sorry. It's like, girl, I'm live, girl. And this is getting good. So back to the gay shit. So Vaughn, girl, charisma. Did you see that hoe? I thought my mommy hated me. I thought I hate my mommy. Oh, girl, I love my mommy, bitch. So yeah, girl, try that. So yes, I don't have mommy issues. She loves me. What do you know? So here, flip. So yes. So girl, yes. So Vaughn tried. Ooh, hold on, let me open this back up. So Vaughn tried to get Mr. 2 Weeks down there to have a threesome, y'all. He tried to get him down there because Jeffree Star wanted to sleep with Mr. 2 Weeks, and he wanted to sleep with Vaughn again too. Again, keyword. So Tasha says Storm and Vaughn aren't having sex. Let's skip that one. We'll come back. Vaughn and Storm got the podcast name from Tasha. So Tasha said that, you know, she talked to Storm and Vaughn and told Storm and Vaughn that they should call, you know, the podcast, you know, light-skinned niggas, which now I understand why it's like colorism, because, oh, it's her. She named it. Oh, what do you know? So let's get back into the gay shit, because that was fun. So Tasha's told Storm about the information that she found from Chelsea, right? And Tasha told Storm, okay? Now, Tasha told Storm with the strictest of confidence, you know, about the whole Mr. 2 Weeks situation, Jeffree Star, you know. So she told Storm. Storm told Vaughn. Storm told Vaughn, and Tasha was pissed. So I believe that that's why Tasha unfollowed Storm. I believe she unfollowed Storm because Storm told Vaughn, and Storm was not supposed to do that. And Storm knew that he should not tell. He knew he was not supposed to say that information to Vaughn. So Tasha felt like, I'm assuming within that moment, because Storm went and told him, that she felt like he had more loyalty to Vaughn than he did her. Because it's like, why would you go and tell him that when if I wanted him to know, I would have told him myself. So obviously, I didn't want him to know that, you little light-skinned fuck. So since they went, the name of a light-skinned podcast, I'm like, that is like low-key. I'm like, I just don't feel like, I feel like that was a dumb name. I just, whatever. So he wasn't told Vaughn. So Natasha's pissed because Vaughn attacked Chelsea, because that's where the information came from. Vaughn Well, Chelsea found this information in Vaughn's phone, and then Chelsea told Tasha. Tasha told Storm. Mm-hmm. And then, or Storm told Vaughn, and then Vaughn went and cussed out Chelsea. Now, Tasha's very protective over Chelsea, even more so than she is of Storm. So, of course, that was going to cause a rift. This is the problem, because now Vaughn is now attacking Chelsea. So that's going to be an issue for Tasha. She's going to be upset with that. Because she's like, well, what the fuck? This the whole reason she's mad at Vaughn in the first place is because all the stuff he's doing to Chelsea. This is the reason she's mad in the first place. So it's just like, well, because of course, Chelsea's going to call Tasha, because I'm sure Chelsea told Tasha not to tell Storm. Tasha, girl, I clocked you. Girl, I clocked your teeth. Transrena. Girl, you tried it. You tried a Transrena. Chelsea told you not to tell Storm. And you told Storm, that's why you were even more upset that Storm told Vaughn. So she's pissed. Storm told what? Storm told Vaughn, because Tasha told Storm, okay, we start because it's a lot. Tasha, okay, let me start with the right person. Chelsea, big forehead ass, found information in Vaughn's phone about Vaughn allegedly going on this trip to Miami with Mr. 2 Weeks to Trainer off of IG to meet up with Jeffree Star so that 2 Weeks could hook up with Jeffree Star. And Vaughn was going to be the cover story so that if Mr. 2 Weeks' wife thought anything was going on, I'm just going down here to hang out with a friend, type of situation. So he agreed to be the cover to keep Mr. 2 Weeks out of the line of fire from getting in any trouble with his wife. Because that light is bright. Is it this light? No, it's on this side. That light is really bright. But anyways, so and okay, so Chelsea told Tasha that information. Tasha told Storm about the whole he going down there to meet up with Jeffree Star. And Storm told Vaughn. Okay. So I don't believe Tasha was supposed to tell Storm, just like Storm wasn't supposed to tell Vaughn. So that's when all of this chaos and confusion. Yes, Tasha K stated that Mr. 2 Weeks from Instagram was allegedly going to meet up and allegedly have sex, hook up with Jeffree Star, and Vaughn Ray was going to be the cover story, the scapegoat, if you will, so that Mr. 2 Weeks' wife did not think anything negative of him going down there or thinking he was going down there to do anything but work or see a friend, type of situation. So Tasha, after being told that information from Chelsea, which Chelsea said she found receipts in Vaughn's phone of this allegedly happening, going down, either happened or supposed to be happening. And Tasha took that information to use it as a precaution for Storm to get away from Vaughn. Because I find it mighty weird how Tasha feels like Storm has no say-so when it comes to this Chelsea girl and the relationship that she has with her, but Tasha feels that she has power over Vaughn and Storm's relationship. Like, I find that weird. Tasha gets to tell him who he can and cannot be cool with, when it's okay to be cool with Vaughn and when it's not okay to be cool with Vaughn. But Chelsea's out here doing all of this same ass messy shit. She's involved in all of the stuff that's going on. She's even the conduit of it, but she gets no repercussions. There's no repercussions for Chelsea, besides looking like the bum bird ass hoe that she looking like. A female that knew a man was in jail with no income, 2 kids to take care of, but he had a big dick, and that was enough for her to say that she wanted him because she's a bird. She absolutely is a bird. So, gays. So Tasha, I'm assuming that's when Tasha unfollowed Storm, because Storm told Vaughn, and he was not supposed to do that. Tasha felt that I've told you plenty of things in the strictest of confidence, and then you go forward and you go tell Vaughn, which I find mighty weird, Tasha, because you tell Radio a lot of stuff outside of the internet, and he still comes on the internet live with it. He still does. And not everything you're given permission for. And then also, Tasha, it looks weird as well with you telling radio that you don't tell people what to do. You don't tell the people that work for you or the people you have mentored what to do. Yet you told Storm to take the video down of Vaughn disrespecting Chelsea in the background. Calling her all her name and all of that shit. Although Storm said he had permission from Chelsea and Vaughn to post it. So that means that your employee gave him permission to post her looking like a fool. Her letting somebody talk to her like a dog. She okayed that. Messy. Very messy, Transrena. Very messy. But all the heat is for Storm. No. She should have never allowed that. And once again, they're staying in his house. So with them arguing and shit, take that shit upstairs, take that shit outside, go in the garage. So that's his home. He has a job to do. Going live and stuff like that. If these two motherfuckers want to keep interrupting what he's trying to do, well, do you motherfuckers want to be on it? Do y'all want to be in the live? I don't know if I need to go live. And y'all keep arguing every 5 fucking minutes. She's going to be shaped like a microwave when you go to sleep, and when you wake up, she's still going to be shaped like that. Y'all run around here arguing about this dumbass shit. Just like 2 children. You know, so, I mean, that's what it is. So, it also looks weird, Tasha, because radio kind of, I'm not going to say had a point, but had a point, you know, with saying that you try to control things, that you try to control them, you know, as content creators, girl. You told Storm to take that video down of Vaughn disrespecting Chelsea, and he did. You told Storm to move, basically, and he did. You told Storm to call the show light-skinned niggas, and he did. You told Storm to let Vaughn live with him. He did. It seems like you do tell your people what to do, and they listen. I feel that Chelsea figured that out. So I feel that she definitely manipulates you into doing the things that she wants to do, knowing that they're wrong. Because Tasha, if you're sitting there trying to school Chelsea and let her know that she shouldn't be with Vaughn and things like that, you're too involved. Because it's none of your business. But when people involve you in their business, it becomes yours. So you got involved because if you would have never asked Storm to let Vaughn live there, this would be none of your business. Whatever happened would have just happened. You know, you are the conduit in getting in these people's business. Like, girl, you're way too involved in these people's lives. Girl, their personal lives should be just that, personal. Like, meaning no you. And also no judgment from you either. Like, they're just living their fucking lives. So, big dot. Okay, so let's keep going. So, Tasha says Vaughn was coming to her talking shit about Storm while they lived together. Tasha, what did Vaughn say? You never said what Vaughn said about Storm. You spill everybody else's tea. You stated every time somebody said something, you know, all the shit talking, you put all that out there. But you never said what Vaughn said about Storm. You never said that. You just kept alluding to the fact that Vaughn was speaking ill on Storm's name, but you never said what. I mean, I don't feel like he said that Storm is dirty, you know, or anything like that. I just feel like Vaughn came to you and told you that he thinks Storm is gay. I mean, let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. Because with Storm was trying to insinuate the fact that Vaughn was saying that he did other things, you know, besides smoking weed and drinking alcohol. I don't feel that is true. I mean, maybe that came up, but I don't think that's the only thing that was. I mean, and if Storm's willing to talk about it and say it, why wouldn't you be? Because that isn't it. I don't think that's it. So Storm, you can try to put the wool over people's eyes if you want, you know, and try to make it seem like, oh, he was talking about. If that's what he said, you said it. Why wouldn't Tasha? Why didn't Tasha? Because she insinuated multiple times yesterday that he was coming to her talking shit about you, and it wasn't one time. So I don't feel like he was coming with the same complaint. I don't feel that way. I really don't. I think that what he said about you is that you were gay, and you just didn't want to say it. So you went with the one of the other things he said instead of going with the what he really said. And what he really said is that he thinks you're very gay. Case in point, if you go look on Vaughn's channel, Vaughn does a show and it's literally titled "Is Storm Monroe Gay?" Clearly, he thinks you're gay, girl. And that's what he went and told your mama. Absolutely. So here, Flip. I definitely think that was it because Tasha just wouldn't say it because Tasha doesn't really like to talk about Storm's sexuality. You can tell she doesn't because she'll want to say too much. So she tried to stay off the topic. But I definitely feel like Vaughn came to her insinuating the fact something of Storm being gay. I don't know if it was like maybe Vaughn came out the shower or something with a towel wrapped around him and Storm looked down a little bit too long, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if he was in that fucking Chelsea. He opened the door and Storm fell through the door because he was listening. He leaning on the door listening and, all this shit. I don't know. But I definitely feel like Tasha, he came to you about that man's sexuality and that's why you didn't want to say anything. Here, Flip. So, I don't know, maybe he saw a strange person leaving or heard some certain things, in the middle of the night, and he saw a man leave, instead of a woman. I don't know. So, but I definitely think it's about a sexuality. You tried it. So, Vaughn said Storm Monroe said that Tasha K is toxic and is separating himself from Tasha. So, Tasha, I feel like at first I thought that this was the reason you unfollowed Storm, girl, but it wasn't. It was because he told Vaughn what you had told him, girl. So that was the reason you unfollowed him. But I have to say, I believe that Storm did say that. Okay. So allegedly, Vaughn was told by Storm that Tasha K is toxic and that he's going to be separating himself from Tasha K. Okay. That's what Stormisha has a mangina savage. And Vaughn told Chelsea. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. He told Chelsea, and Chelsea questioned Storm about it. And Storm, and then Vaughn got upset that Chelsea said that to Storm. So, of course, she called. I would have said before, maybe it was, but I feel like this beef is, if it was fake, it's getting real. Like, because it's just shit that just has not happened before. There's been fake beefs and shit with Tasha before and Storm and whatnot, or people just trying to put 20 on 10. But no, I do. You can tell there's definitely friction, and I would not have believed that there was friction until Storm came back live. That's why I'm like, okay, like, because I'm just thinking like, oh, this shit, they just won't be talking about that. But no, I think it's getting very real. Absolutely, it may have started off as something, but no, this is definitely turned into something else. Absolutely. Especially when Tasha feel like she gotta go live and shit. Oh yeah, this is turning into something else. So and even if, okay, like people say, it's okay, Shake say it's orchestrated beef, but I don't believe it's fake. That's what I would say. I would say maybe it started off that way. And I think that Chelsea was the main conduit behind it, sending Radio the story to try to get a beef started so that people could talk, and whatnot. But especially with Vaughn, because they threw him all the way up under the bridge reach. They threw Vaughn in the garbage. So even if this is fake, Vaughn, he's not necessarily going to be able to recover. It's going to be hard for him to recover from this because he's just going to come forward saying a bunch of expected shit. People are just going to expect him to say they're lying. We expect him to say that this didn't happen. I didn't never sleep with Jeffree. Never. So we already expect that. So if you're not going to come real and say something different, then you see Vaughn over there on hush. So good luck. But yeah, because they threw him in the trash with this shit. So Tasha called him on top of broke and homeless bitches, and on top of shit like that's real. Like she does not like him. You can tell. You can tell when somebody really has a disdain for a person, and Tasha definitely does with him. She definitely does. So I do believe that Storm said that Tasha K is toxic, and he said that he allegedly is going to be separating himself from them. Here's why I believe this. I now have to jump in my notes, bitch. But because I didn't necessarily believe it at first. I'm like, maybe Vaughn was trolling. I mean, especially taking it back. But Storm, he wasn't lying. because you said, Storm said, okay, what he say? Okay, we'll get to that. Okay. Storm said, no, we're gonna get to that either. Okay, let's build this. Okay. So Storm said that he was never taking a break from social media. Because Tasha said on her live that Storm was taking a break from social media. Storm said he was taking a break from them, meaning Vaughn, Chelsea, and Tasha. So you did say that. I mean, because you just said it to us. He said, because Tasha said Storm is taking a break from social media, that he's sensitive, and he can't take. So that's what she said. She said, if you go look at her Why Not podcast, still up, I'm sure, unless she deleted it. But she said that Storm, because that's one of the things that Storm wanted to rectify. Everything that Storm came forward and said last night was when he came back live was basically him coming forward to debunk what Tasha said. Because Storm said, can't nobody speak for him. He said, can't nobody speak for him. And Tasha was over there talking for him. So at that point, he was talking about Tasha. Because, I mean, anybody else live talking for you? Tasha was. Yeah, Tasha was talking for Storm, but nobody else did. So who else would he have been talking about within that moment besides transferring Nikiti? So, I mean, clearly he's talking about Tasha. Like, it is what it is. And the reason why I believe that Storm called Tasha toxic is because he said in his live last night that Vaughn and Chelsea are toxic. Why wouldn't Tasha be? Why wouldn't the person that's literally on trial right now, the person that's so messy that they landed in court, not be toxic, but these people are who? But these people are. Like, what's tea? Because this is not making any sense. It's not making any sense. So I'm like, yeah, that's confusing issue. But I mean, because I don't get it. He said he's separating himself from all of them. Is what Storm said. So maybe how Vaughn put it in context wasn't actually right, but Storm did say he's removing himself from Tasha, that he's separating himself from her. He's in the process of moving. He moved from where she lives. That's not separating yourself? Yeah, that's separating yourself. He said that he wasn't taking a break from social media, that he was taking a break from them. Storm has been live. He's been dropping videos still, and whatnot. He ain't really taking no break. So, and he said that he was going to take a break for like a month. So he was saying he was going to stay away from Tasha and them for like a month. So that's what he was saying. Like, he was separating himself. That's what he said. Storm, Misha, girl, you said it out your own mouth. And you said you were not taking a break from social media. You were taking a break from them. And you said that they were toxic. You said that Chelsea's toxic. And you said that Vaughn is toxic. So I do believe that you said that. And I do believe that hurt Tasha's feelings. I do. I think that hurt Tasha's feelings, that you said what you said. I think that bothered her. I do. I think that Tasha was in her fifis. I do. I think that Tasha, felt sad by that. I do. Because what Tasha's saying out of her own mouth, that she feels like all of this is her fault, that all of this, especially coming into this, energy coming into Storm's life, is because of her. And Storm saying that he feels like she's toxic and they're toxic, and stuff like that. Maybe she looking at it like, yeah, maybe he right. Maybe we is a little toxic, but why you have to say that about me, Storm? So I think that you hurt Tasha's feelings, Storm. Call your mama bitch. Call your mama bitch. I can't believe you said that about her, Stormisha. Girl. So I think that hurt Tasha's feelings. So because Tasha got a hole with ice pump in it. I don't feel like she got a heart, but I do think that she does have a heart when it comes to Storm. I do think that Tasha cares about Storm. But what I don't think Tasha's realizing within this moment is that she's putting Chelsea before Storm. And that's not right. Because Storm is just trying to appease you, within this moment. Everything Storm has done. Let Chelsea and him live there. Look out for Chelsea, in certain ways. and whatnot. I just feel like, Tasha, you're overlooking the fact that Storm might feel some type of way about Chelsea, and you can clearly see that Storm does, especially with that second live. Oh yeah, he is feeling some type of way about Chelsea. Absolutely. I think that he was just trying not to put too much on it, but he called her a bitch, all type of shit. All type of shit. He is definitely feeling some type of way about Chelsea. And I think he feels that way because he feels like Tasha's putting, her over him, and he just like, this is supposed to be me and you, like, I mean, girl, you're my girl. You're my fag hag. Sorry. Girl, you're my haggle. You're my haggle. Like, what is going on? Like, why is she putting this bitch like, girl? So I think that Storm was feeling some type of way, about her. And I think that he kind of just was trying to keep his cool, when it came to it. He really not trying to put too much on it. And, Tasha keep finding ways, to make him feel some type of way. Like he's trying not to, but it's like you're backing me against the wall. It's just like, come on now, when it's coming to what the fuck. So, right, slight, just a little piece, Mr. Kai, just a little piece. Jealousy. I'm not saying that he hates her. No. I just think that she has been putting Chelsea in front of Storm, and I think Chelsea realizes that, and she is using this power, this manipulation that she has over Tasha. Oh, she's working it, honey. She absolutely is. So, what's next? So, we just talk about okay. So, Tasha was doing everything in her power to destroy the Light Skin podcast because I think that Tasha's feeling some type of way. I think that Tasha, not only is she feeling some type of way about Vaughn because of what he's taking Chelsea through, but I just think that she just wants Vaughn to go away. At this point, Tasha and Storm used to do podcasts and stuff together and whatnot, and now that Storm is over there doing that with Beige Boy, with Vaughn Star, I think that makes Tasha feel some type of way too. Kind of like, are you low-key trying to replace, like the Dream Team? Like what are you doing? What are you doing? And this is a mess. This is a mess. Because Tasha did not like the fact that Vaughn tricked Storm, basically. Because like how Vaughn tried to say that Storm was tricked by the trans woman. Transrena feels like Vaughn has been a bad influence with Storm. Basically saying Storm don't have many friends. So with Storm chilling with this dude and getting him to go to gay parties or bathhouses and sex place clubs and, all of this stuff, that's not Storm. That's not the person I created. I didn't work this hard because Tasha, you wasn't realizing that full, but when you was getting angry and upset about what Storm was talking about on Light Skin Eagles, and saying how that can be turned into something else, and people coming and saying other things about Storm can ruin his brand and ruin his reputation and get his show taken away from him. And you said you'd be damned if you let anything like that happen because you've worked too hard. You worked really hard to build Storm, to get Storm to where he got. Storm admitted out his own mouth that he skipped steps in this YouTube game and becoming somebody on this place they call YouTube because you had somebody pushing you. So you got to skip a lot of steps, that grinding out of the mud, working hard, to be recognized because of your talent and your gift of gab, that you didn't do that. You said that out your own mouth. So Tasha has worked hard, to build Storm into what he is, and she'll be damned if he just goes around here and let somebody, especially like Vaughn, gay ass motherfucking Ray, gay for pay, prostitute, pathetic fuck that can't hold a job down, that womanizes and amenizes and just goes around here feeling like people owe him something because he feels like he looks a certain way. So since I look how I look, you need to take care of me type of situation. He's a broke, bummy ass, bird ass, bitch ass nigga. Is what he is. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're walking around looking like a big ass fraud, homie. You absolutely are. You're pathetic. And you should want your kids to look at you differently, especially on this game. Like you're weird. You absolutely are. You don't know if you want to be a prostitute or a content creator because they're different. They're not the same thing. Like you tried it. I have no interest in being nude and showing dick prints or anything like that on the OnlyFans because I want more for me. I want more for my brand. I have children that, know that is looking up to me. They don't need to see no pictures like that. Their friends don't need to be posting and showing that, oh, this your dad, you know, and whatnot. Yeah, homie. And you got 2 children. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I mean, it is what it is, especially being in the field you're in. If you're going to be a sex worker, do that. Be that. And be the best one you can be. But thinking you can just hip and hop and flip and flop, do your sponsors, know that you're over there showing dick prints and all of that on OnlyFans, Vaughn. Yeah, girl, bye. So, yeah, you tried it. You're pathetic. Grow up. So, literally, like, you're pathetic. And I'll say it to your face, and you ain't gonna do shit to me. Nothing to me. Nothing to me. I promise you. So, yeah, her flip. So, move right along from that. Okay, so what happened? Okay, talk about that. So, Tasha didn't tell Storm about the negative things that Vaughn said until Tasha wanted Vaughn gone because him and Chelsea broke up. So, Tasha, I find it mighty weird how you didn't tell Storm about the stuff that Vaughn was saying about him until Chelsea and Vaughn broke up. It was giving that you want him gone by any means necessary. So I'm going to even tell you all of the stuff that all the shit he was talking about you, although I should have been told you that because you're supposed to be my friend. Why let me sit here letting this motherfucker stay with me and he's sitting over there talking shit about me and you know he's talking shit about me, but you don't need to use that yet because you're getting something you want out of this by Vaughn being happy being at Storm's because that keeps Chelsea happy. So that's what you were getting out of it, Tasha. Chelsea didn't have a problem with Vaughn within that time when that stuff was going on. So you didn't feel a need to tell Storm anything when you should have told Storm immediately if you were truly his friend. I mean, why wait till a falling out to be like, yeah, he said this about you and he said that about you. And also, let me drop this tea on you that he allegedly was supposed to be taking Mr. 2 weeks to go fuck Jeffree Star. And no, that seems really shady, Tasha. Really shady. Because now I'm going to sit there and think, well, what did you say? If he was sitting there talking shit about me, you didn't feel a need to tell me until y'all have a falling out, meaning that Chelsea's ready to break up with Vaughn. So now that she's ready to break up with him, now everything can come out. Now I can tell you everything. Because we don't need him anymore. You know, she wants to break up with him. So there's no need for him to be around. Because Tasha says she only told Storm the information that she told him so that Storm wouldn't let Vaughn come and stay with him. Because at the time, Vaughn was living with Chelsea on that air mattress. On that air mattress. Big dot. So, yes. So Chelsea was getting ready to put Vaughn out and get ready to, to kick him out. And she wanted trans Rena to make sure that Vaughn didn't go to Storm's house. Absolutely. So I just wanted to make sure y'all hear how fucking dumb Chelsea is. Yeah, you're the idiot in this equation. Like, you doing all this shit to house a nigga you should have never been with from jump. But you were thinking with your vagina instead of thinking with your brain. So, I mean, it is what it is. You're too old for this shit, girl. You're not no 19, 20-year-old girl. You fucking tried it. And if I knew better at 24, 25, you should. I didn't just find this out once I got in my 30s. No. I knew a nothing-ass nigga at age 12. I knew a nothing-ass nigga at age, shit, damn near 9. I knew what a nothing-ass nigga was. A nigga that don't do shit. Him. He don't do anything. So it's just like, yeah, I've been knew how to point one of them out. I don't know about you. It's called get that head, that bread, and leave. So that means that he should have came over there, knocked out your walls real quick, and then you should have sent him on his way. You got a Nene Leaks the situation. You don't move no nigga like that in, girl. You're weird. Once again, Chelsea, that's your fault. It's not Vaughn's fault to hear nothing ass nigga that you got played by. It's his fault for being a loser. Not that people keep bringing that loser in and taking care of it. That's not his fault. Hoes weird. Get it together, Chelsea. I thought you were so smart. Girl. Where's them businessmen? You that girl. Why them businessmen still got you on the air mattress? Girl, you tried it. Air mattress fucking asshole. So okay, what happened? Because Chelsea broke up with him. Yeah, okay. So Tasha said that Storm talking about his sexual experience will lead to RAPE allegations. Tasha was disappointed that he went to the gay bathhouse and the gay club or the sex club. And Tasha tells Storm not to talk about sex. Tasha was pissed, bitch. Tasha said Storm is not allowed to talk about sex. I cannot believe that shit. I'm like, he need a permission slip to talk about sex? I'm like, girl. Storm, you know Tasha don't like when you talk about sex because it makes you look very gay. It makes you look inexperienced and gay. It's just kind of like a virgin talking about sexual experiences. It's weird. It's like, you know, this person's done none of these things, yet they keep talking, but whatever. So, yeah, very gay. But Tasha said, Storm, I'm about to pull this up because now I'm about to cuss you out, Storm. Now I'm about to cuss you out. You did this. You did this. Oh shit, this is not okay. I'm just typing it in. I keep forgetting I'm logged in another account on this computer. Because I'm about to cuss him out real quick because he tried it. So let's get into this. Fair use.
Never let that fucking happen. Because I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth right now. If your mom ain't gonna fucking tell you, your sister ain't gonna fucking tell you, if Vaughn ain't gonna fucking tell you, I'm gonna fucking tell you. You keep your fucking sex life as a man off the fucking internet. Thing you don't work for. And I will never let that fucking happen. Because I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth right now. If your mom ain't gonna fucking tell you, your sister ain't gonna fucking.
No, she said if your mom ain't gonna tell you, if your sister ain't gonna tell you. So I still have the picture to this day. I could post it right now, but I know Storm is going to strike my video if I do. But Storm has always said in the past that he's the only child. So I did a YouTube video on Storm exposing everything about this hoe. And he got upset and he got my channel struck with the video because I posted his mom and his sister. And I told the world that Storm has a sister. And Storm still to this day does not talk about his sister. Storm acts like he does not have a sister. I find that weird, Stormy shit out of say, girl. I find that weird because I said that you had a sister and I posted the picture of you, your mom, and your sister, and y'all look just alike. It's like, clearly that's your sister, you know, so it's like not a big deal. But you've stated multiple times, even still to this day, that you are the only child. So why is it okay for Tasha to come forward and say that you have a sister? Because once again, what did you say, Tasha? Girl, I'm not making shit up. I told y'all that he's not the only child. He has a fucking sister. What did you say, Tasha?
Because I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth right now. If your mom ain't gonna fucking tell you, your sister ain't gonna fucking tell you, if Vaughn ain't gonna fucking.
So she's naming all the people in his life. If your mom is gonna tell you, if your sister isn't gonna tell you, if Vaughn isn't gonna tell you. So I didn't lie on you, Storm. So there was no reason for you to strike my channel. So I feel like this bitch needs to take that strike away. Because that's the only strike I've ever gotten. So Storm, I feel like this is proof that I did not lie. And I did not expose any information. I didn't. I just posted a picture that you publicly posted on Facebook of you, your mom, and your fucking sister. And then after you struck my video, he went on Facebook and deactivated his Facebook and deactivated his motherfucking Twitter and his motherfucking IG. And he went and took off all of the pictures of his family and everything, all the pictures of anybody he related to and the people from his past. And then he reactivated everything. Storm, I feel like you should take that strike away, and you can do it. And I am going to be reaching out to you too because you're a bitch. Because all you simply had to say is, Sean, can you take that part out? And I would have taken it out. No big deal. Like it wasn't an issue. Just don't lie. Like you lied. I did not lie. You did, ho. I said in that video that you stated in that live that you did that you were raised around predominantly white people. And with you being brought up, you said that Black people were mean to you, that you do not identify with us as Blacks because that's not how you were raised. So you were mad that I said that to your audience because your audience is full of Black women. So I'm just like, he doesn't even identify with y'all. Like, and I wasn't saying it to get them to not deal with you or anything like that. I was just stating the truth. Like, that's a fact. You do not identify with Black people. You said that we were mean to you, while you grew up. He said that he went to an all-white college to avoid Black people. He said last night in the live, I've been raised around white people. I rose on Seinfeld and all of that shit. Like, that's the same shit I said. I grew up on a different world. Fresh Prince, Family Matters, Good Times. That's how I grew up. The Jetsons. That's how I grew up, bitch. Moesha. Like, that's how I grew up. All Real Monsters, all that. I grew up very Black. BT, MC, all of that, very Black. So I wasn't stating anything to go at him. I was just saying now I kind of understand him, a little bit more. I always got this energy from him. But now it made it make sense. I'm like, okay, well, this completely makes sense. You've had certain bad experiences with Black people. And you just felt like since it kept happening in your life, that they're just bad people, that they're mean to you. But the thing about it is that because Storm said out of his own mouth, he moved a lot, while he was growing up. So did I. We moved a lot, so it's like, I get it. So with him saying that he moved around a lot, everywhere you move, these people don't know about you. So if you go somewhere and Black people are still treating you a certain way, maybe it's something in you that makes them react that way. So not to say it's your fault, but maybe take a step back and think, what energy am I giving? Or do you turn your nose up at them when you see them? It's like, what energy? Because that's enough to make me want to slap the damn shit out of you if I was a Black kid walking to you at the playground, whore. If I'm walking past and you turning your nose up and shit like that, okay. Yeah, I might slap you. I might throw something at you. I just might. So, that's why I said take a step back, because he said literally he went to a white college because he wouldn't go to a Black one. Okay, so with you not going to a Black college, that is a preconceived notion. That is very prejudiced for you to feel like if you go to an all-Black college, all of them going to make fun of you. All of them are going to try to hurt you, and stuff like that. I'm like, what? Isn't that how white people think? Like, as a white person, I don't want to go to an all-Black college. Okay. Because as a Black person, I don't want to go to an all-white one. But the majority of the time, we don't have a fucking choice. If you're not going to Spelman or somewhere like that, you don't really have a choice. It just is what it is. But for him to avoid Black colleges, his words, that he avoided them, preconceived. You could have went there and learned so much about yourself. You could have went there and learned so much about the heritage and culture of Black people and understand them more, to where your growing up could have made more sense to you. And then he goes to this white college, and like he said, somebody called him the N-word in the fraternity that he was in. You wouldn't have to worry about that going to a Black college, brother. There's no reason for us to call you an Nigger. There's no reason. But instead, this is the route you took. Like, there's not consequences for both. There's consequences for going to a Black college, and there's consequences for going to a white one. You took your odds with the white people because you trust them more than you trust Black people. That's all I was saying. He don't know us. That's why he don't understand us. It's what I was saying. But instead, he got my video taken down. I'm just like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. So then I showed his mom and his sister, and he said that he's the only child. Very weird. So that's why I was so glad that Tasha did that. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. So I can talk to YouTube to get that motherfucking strike removed. Yeah, because he tried it. So, yeah, I didn't lie. You have a sister. It is what it is. But I lied. No, you're doing that all by your own, sister Misha. You don't need my assistance, ho. So, Big Dot. So, okay, did we get past the mama? Okay. Okay, yeah. So Tasha said she spoke to Latoya, which is Vaughn's ex-girlfriend, and she said her last straw with Vaughn was when Vaughn requested, asked her if it was okay if he go to fuck Jeffree Star for money. That's what Tasha said. Tasha said he asked Latoya if he could go sleep with Jeffree Star to make a coin. Big Dot. So That's what I said. If this is a fake beef orchestrated, they're throwing him away because his whole little reputation is trying to be the ladies' man. It's trying to sleep with every subscriber that come in and say hi. It has been his goal. So, I mean, he's been running from this gay room for a very long time, but it seems like it just keeps on coming back around because it's true. It's how I feel. Tasha said that Latoya said that Vaughn asked her if it was okay for him to go have sex with Jeffree Star for some money. That's what trans women said. Mm-hmm. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. So let's get into Storm's live. Mm-hmm. Let's get into what Storm had to say. Or no, do we have more Tasha? Yes, no, this is Storm. Okay, so let's get into Storm. Storm said, you should have kept your name out of my mouth. And he was talking to Tasha. When he came live the second time, he said, Tasha, y'all should have kept y'all name out his mouth. He was talking to all three of y'all. He said, you, Vaughn, and Chelsea can leave his name out y'all motherfucking mouth. It's going down. It's going down. Stormisha said, keep my name out your mouth. And Storm also said, nobody can speak for me. The only person that was allowed talking for Storm was Tasha. Storm said, nobody can speak for me. And he also said, all three of y'all, keep my name out your mouth. Storm said he wasn't in a 5-bedroom. Tasha said that Storm was in a 4 or 5-bedroom house by her. And Storm said it was not a 5-bedroom. So she was like, yeah, you tried it. Storm said he got a house close to Tasha because he thought that they would work together. But they do not. That's true, Tasha. Storm said that he got a house close to you because he felt that y'all would do more work together. And he done moved over there for nothing because it's been nothing. So it's like, I might as well move. I'm doing everything by myself anyway. So there's really no, Tasha, you're right. Maybe I should move. There's no, because I feel like that was his go ahead. When Tasha was like, oh, you should move into the city, shit like that. Yeah, that was definitely him like, oh, so you ain't trying to fuck with me at all. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you don't fuck with me then. All right. So, it is what it is. Storm was upset that Tasha doxed him. You did dox him, Tasha. It is what it is. You did. You doxed him, girl. And then I just told y'all that Storm said he wasn't taking a break from social media. He was taking a break from them. So that's what he was saying. He was taking a break from Vaughn, Chelsea, and Tasha. That is what he was taking a break from. He said, I was never taking a break from YouTube. I was taking a break from Tasha, Vaughn, and Chelsea because he said it was very toxic. It was just bad. Storm also said that, so Vaughn was telling the truth about Storm, saying that Tasha's toxic and separating himself because it does seem that way. I just think Storm may have worded it a little differently, but I do think that Storm was saying that Tasha is a problem and that he should probably start to separate himself so he can move his own direction. Rather it's this lawsuit, I don't know, that's giving Storm the urge to make him feel like he needs to move on, but he definitely wants to do that. Storm also said, bitch, you grown to Chelsea. Chelsea, he called you a bitch. When I call a female a bitch, it's the end of the world. When I do it. So, Chelsea girl, he called you a bitch. He called you a bitch. Storm said that he owes Chelsea nothing. And Storm says he only cares about himself. So Storm said this is team me. Like, I don't give no fuck about Tasha. I don't give no fuck about Vaughn. I don't give no fuck about Chelsea. All I care about is me, is what Storm said. Storm also said that Chelsea lived there. I was really confused because Tasha never said a word about Chelsea living with Storm. It was always Vaughn. Okay, well, what about Chelsea? Chelsea lived there. Trans Rena. Why you ain't saying about Chelsea living there, girl? So I found that to be a problem as well. I'm like, ooh, girl, this is messy, and I am here for it. Shut your mouth and keep on talking. So Storm says, excuse me, ladies, fuck you niggas. Chelsea said, or no, Chelsea. Storm said that radio got the story from Chelsea. Shout out to everybody sending super stickers. Shout out to Sandra. Thank you, sweetie. I've been sending a lot of them go by. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. If y'all sending me cash apps, thank you so much. I got my phone on silent because my mama just called interrupting my shot. So I do believe that. I do believe that Chelsea contacted radio and gave radio the story, because where else did radio get it? He can't see to keep up with a story like this. He can't see. He can't see. So I believe that she coached him through the story. Absolutely. Storm called Chelsea and Vaughn toxic, but says that he didn't say it about Tasha. I just found that very weird. I'm like, well, you're using the same word with them. Why wouldn't you not have said that about Tasha? But whatever. Storm said Tasha lied about Vaughn trying to get Chelsea pregnant. And Storm you did say that. You said that that never happened, because Tasha said that Storm told her that Vaughn was trying to get Chelsea pregnant. And Storm said that that's not true. Storm said Vaughn and Chelsea did bring up a pregnancy did come up, and Storm said that when Chelsea called him originally, after Tasha asked Storm if Vaughn could live there, and Storm said yes, that when Chelsea called to confirm that Vaughn was able to move in, with more so of herself, because that's why she was worried, because she was over there fucking that nigga. She was just like, are you gonna let my baby daddy move in? So if anybody was trying to have a baby, wouldn't it have been Chelsea big forehead ass? Because Chelsea said that. Chelsea said, Storm, are you going to let my baby daddy move in? Talking about Vaughn. Tasha. It seems as if Chelsea wanted the third baby. Absolutely. That's why I said we can't just blame shit on Vaughn. Like, I mean, he either did it or he didn't. I mean, he's already a nothing ass, trash ass, trifling ass, punk ass nigga. Like, he's already all those things. You don't have to worry about it. But we don't have to add things on that don't apply. And that definitely didn't apply. So Tasha, Storm said you lied on him. That's why he said keep his name out your mouth, because you definitely lied. He said that never happened, but he said a pregnancy conversation did come up. And when the conversation come up, it was Storm said that he heard Vaughn say out of his own mouth that if Chelsea was pregnant, that he would push her down the stairs, or she needs to find some stairs to fall down. Yes, that she needs to abort the mission, and for free. No clinic, just go roll down them flight of fucking stairs, is what Vaughn was saying. Very gross. Very gross. Storm said that Vaughn said that he would push Chelsea, or Chelsea could find some steps to fall down if she was pregnant. Because he can't do no more churn right now. He ain't taking care of the first two he got. That's what Storm said. And Storm also said that Chelsea took a pregnancy test while staying there. She in that pissing on sticks and shit. And it was negative. Storm also said, and he said that she had on some high heels with a messy bun and that pissing on sticks and shit. Talking about some, whew, that was close. So here, flip. Storm also said that Chelsea said while staying there is that they would have to figure out some type of birth control, because some type of birth control, because they were dogging. Because they were dogging. Tasha said that, people like Vaughn, running out here dipping in niggas and dipping in men, sliding booty holes, and then or going back to the women is putting the women in danger. But Tasha, Chelsea told you that he was sleeping with other men, that he done slept with Jeffree Star and was trying to sleep with Jeffree Star too, while laying there busting it open on air mattresses in at Storm's house with no protection. So who's putting whose life in danger? Tasha. Chelsea needs to take accountability. She's over there raw dogging, letting this dude raw dog her that already has 2 children that he's not necessarily taking care of, just got out of prison, has no solid job, no income coming in to be able to take care of a child if a child actually did come from their relationship, knowing that he's allegedly a prostitute, that he sleeps with men for money, gay for pay, and sleeps with women for money, hetero for pay, and she's still laying her dizzy ass over there, busting it open without protection, taking pregnancy tests and glad that it's negative. Why are you taking pregnancy tests at all? Shouldn't you be wearing protection? Protection aren't just for gays. Protection's for everyone. I don't know why people like Tasha dry ass for like only gays carry disease. Everyone does. That's the human experience, not the gay experience. You're weird. Anything he dropped up in her, that's what the fuck she get. When she should be protecting herself as a woman. Rather against diseases and pregnancy. Especially when you with a nothing ass nigga. You're fitting the bill. What you think you're going to be doing if you have a baby? Did you think he can change? He didn't change with the first 2. Who the fuck are you? He over here saying your titties is flat, that you need to go get a BBL because his baby mamas got BBLs every time they got done having babies. He's telling you your body's trash. To be 25, your titties look like they're going on 73. Saying that you're box shaped. Saying that basically your coochie's trash. He's laying on Tinder next to you while searching for other bitches to bring to your house on an air mattress. But this is all Vaughn. How? You're knowingly letting him do these things. So none of this is your fault. None of this is your fault. He's driving around in your Mercedes because you're giving him the keys. Chill out, Yvette. Chill out, Yvette. Don't act like you're not with Jody. Chill out. But we supposed to just look at Vaughn. I'm looking at you too. Because you're the goofy in this equation. You paid how you weigh. You housed him, all of that. You're a goofy, dumb, ditzy, bird-ass bitch. Whenever you get through, and you're not professional, I would have fired your big head ass a long time ago. You have proven yourself to be unprofessional by fucking a client. Girl, bye. You cannot be trusted. She shouldn't have to write a clause in so that you don't sleep with people. Gross. All the KB Studios employees, y'all know that y'all can't fraternize no more because of this hoe? Tasha, she the type of bitch that'll fuck Shaq. I said it. She the type that'll fuck your whole husband. She makes bad decisions. Clearly. Look at all this dumbass shit she has conjured up. Now, it's not all her fault. But the majority of it, yes. This isn't Storm's fault. And it's not Tasha's fault, besides the fact of letting this shit go on for too long. Incorporating yourself when you shouldn't be. This will have nothing to do with you. Let her fall on her face herself. You're not, this isn't your daughter. This isn't for you to clean up. I hope you have this same energy for your own kids. I hope if your daughter's going through anything like that, you have her back how you got this bitch back. Because you're the type of bitch, Tasha, that'll treat friends better than you treat your own fucking family. I hope you have the same energy for your daughter. Girl. I hope you don't sit there and judge her, but let Chelsea run a motherfucking muck. She out here doing all this stupid ass shit. And she's supposed to be an employee. That bitch would have been fired. Been fired. Like, oh no, you the trash buy. I'll be mad as hell if I work for Kibi Studios. Now I can't sleep with nobody. Why I can't sleep with nobody? My goodness. Just ruining it for people. My goodness. You have to put a clause, Tasha, in your rules to prevent people from having sex. You didn't have to do that with Stormisha. But you got to do it with Chelsea. Because she's a skank. You should have to control her vagina. No more using your vagina. No more. No more letting, guests and people that come work for us smash you, Chelsea. Big head hoe. I'm like, ugh. So you're literally putting a clause in because she's sleeping with the guest? Like, that's crazy. Like, you're not doing that just as precaution. You're doing it because she's thinking with her vagina instead of using her mind. She worried about who fine instead of who's interesting. Because that's what makes a good show, somebody interesting. Because you could be fine as fuck, but dumb as a box of rocks. Uninteresting as hell. Girl, bye. That's why I said a lot of this, people aren't putting the blame where it belongs with shit. It's on Chelsea. You started all this shit. Storm also said, what else to say? Storm said if he has the same big, ooh, Lord, let's get into this. Before we get out of here, y'all. Storm said if he had the same big 10 and allegedly half-inch penis Vaughn, that he would capitalize off of it. I'm confused. I was confused by that, Stormisha. And let me tell you why. What's this? That ain't 11? What's that? Is that a solid 6? What is that? Like a 4 but thick? What's going on here? You sure you're not blessed, though? I thought you were blessed. Wait a minute. You said that if you had what he had, that you would capitalize off of it. But you said you don't got that. So what is this? Oh, asking for a friend. Tell us about this, buddy. What is this, girl? What is that? A solid 3? Like, I don't get it. So I was just as confused as I was when I first seen your mangina. So I'm confused. I thought you had it. Is this why you covered this up, player? Covered up all that thug passion. Safari Monroe. I thought you were blessed, though. I thought you was blessed, sir. I thought you were blessed. So, clearly that's not him. Because whatever. So, here, flip. So, I was just really confused. But hey, I was like, I thought you're not blessed. Because this is a blessing. Wait a minute. This ain't a blessing? Lord, that's a blessing. That's not a blessing? What is that? I don't think God was being mean to you if this is what he gave you. I don't feel that way. I feel like the Lord didn't have your back at this point in time. I feel like the Lord wasn't favoring you. But when you came out with all this thug passion, all this thug love, Stormisha. So I was just confused by that. I was just like, aren't you blessed? Thought you were pretty blessed. So you're not blessed. Okay. So here, flip. So yay. So and Storm says that he believes in prostitution. He says he believes in selling your body to get what you want. Yay. Storm Misha said that he's a firm believer in not just having sex for free. Which brings me back to that club, Storm. Did you sleep What dude looks like a lady at that place for pay? Did dude looks like a lady? That's a huge bitch. Did she pay you, girl? Stormisha. Let me find out, so. Let me find out, so. Let me find out, so. Dude looks like a lady. So, yeah, here, flip. So, that's really weird. Storm, you admitted that you was bisexual last night and you cannot take it back. No backsies. No backsies. He tried to clarify in the chat, and gonna try to say, no, if I was, no. You already said it, it's too late. You don't get to take it back. And we believe you. We believe you. We don't believe that you're straight. That's what we don't believe. Okay? Now, we don't have to say you're gay, but you're at least biased of the section. So you tried it. You tried it. You do not get to take it back. You said it, it's too late. I believe you. So it's too late. It's too late. He tried to take it back. No, you're gay. Welcome. Young man, there's a place you can go. So come on. Oh my goodness. YMCAA Beach. So Storm is in the gang. So welcome, girl. It's too late. Nah. Because he tried to take it back. I didn't appreciate that. I'm like, nope, you're over here. It's too late. Stay over here. Sit down. You was not going back over there with them. You're one of us. Now he tried it. They're gonna try to clarify. Nah, stay right here. Stay right here. Because this is the first time you done said some shit about your sexuality, and we believe you. Do not revert. Just stay where you're at. Stay where you seen that, girl. You seen that, Denisha, girl. You seen that, girl. He tried to take it back. It's like it's too late. It's too late. It's right over here. It's too late. He's right, Mister. He is here. He is in Sandra. He is with us. Right? It's okay to be by me. Go right. He tried it. He tried it, girl. He trying to renege like in spades. No, player. We're gonna need 3 of them books. Give me 3 of them books. Now we about to get a Boston on you bitches. Give me 3 of them books. Give me 3 of them books. No, you tried it. You're not getting the renege. You do not have no spade. This last hand, motherfucker, you put down a heart. Now you got the ace of spade. No, the fuck you don't. Yeah, give me 3 of them books. Yeah, you tried it. Yeah, go ahead, put that ace on top of this. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no. You don't get to renege, Stamisha. You don't get to do that, girl. You're one of us. You are one of us. This is not a motherfucking Uno. You do not get to reverse. Draw that motherfucking draw 4. You ain't got no draw 4 to put on top of this. Draw the draw 4, and the color is yellow. And the color is yellow, like in the gay flag. The color is yellow. I draw fucking 4. Draw fucking 4, and the color is yellow. So yeah, you tried it. It is what it is. So Stormisha, you is bad. So yeah, because I'm tired of this. Shit just gonna be gay. It explains a lot. Shit, you being straight got people sitting here with migraines thinking. Because ain't no hetero in all this motherfucking shit that y'all got going on. Because if you were heterosexual, Storm, you would have beat Vaughn the fuck up. He's trying to come between your coin and all of that shit. You would have been trying to fuck Chelsea instead of trying to have that big forehead asshole back. You know, Vaughn didn't want her. So when she was coming to you with complaints, you should have been trying to fuck on her. She did something to make her feel better. Then he gonna try to make it seem like Kelsey think he's straight because she was sitting there talking to one of her chocolate, sexy ass motherfucking friends, bitch. And she told or the girl that she was gonna hook her up with Storm when she came down. And she was FaceTiming her, and she was just like, okay, girl, we'll see. Say, I told you about trying to hook me up with gay niggas. Girl, we'll see. Like, girl, look like him and I like the same type of man. It don't look like, no, not at all. Girl, I want that little fucker. Girl, I do not want a lip in the hood up to do no good. I don't, girl, I don't want him. I don't want him. Girl, he tried to say she dark skinned like he attracted. He's not. Very so much not. Girl, you seen that too, girl. Then he gonna try to say, oh, her skin complexion don't matter. Yes, to do to you, it has to, because you want black women to actually think you're attracted to them and you're not. Like, ooh, you're trying it. You're not attracted to black women because you're not attracted to women. Get out of here. You fuck lady boys. That's why you keep going down there over yonder to Miami. Because they got a lot of lady boys down there. Like, yeah, you tried it. Now, it's a lot of lady boys overseas and shit, and they be coming down to Miami and Florida and Cali and Mexico, and you just keep going to those places. I find that mighty weird. Let me find out. Yes, lady boys. He liked them lady boys. He absolutely did. So, that's all I have for y'all. We've been home for 2 hours. See all this bullshit. It took a long time to explain all this bullshit. Yay. I don't watch anybody else because I don't care. Now maybe some other people I'll go check out, and we might come back with a part 2. You never know. They said that Transmedia went live. Like, I give a good goddamn, girl. I don't care, girl. I still kept my audience, girl. What you like about to take my audience? Transmedia, girl. You're not. I'm a very badass bitch. Solidified. So, yeah, girl, you try to. So, yeah, Transmedia, we don't care nothing about you going live, ho. I'm still a very badass bitch. Big dot. So, thank you to over 1,200. Well, at one point it was over 1,300 of you in here. I love you guys so much. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not already. I might go on station here. I don't know, because I was supposed to be taking a couple of days off because I can do that. I can afford that. So I love y'all, but I had to come talk about this, girl. It was way too messy for me not to be involved. So it was way too messy. So but I love you guys. And until the next show, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you have not already. I love y'all. Until the next show, my God. Bye. Yeah. Hair flip. Yeah, I'm a badass bitch. I don't like it. Hair flip. Yeah. Oh my God. So you guys should be happy. Oh my goodness. Hair flip. But anyways, hair flip. Hair flipping on these hoes. Hi.